Oh, we got a new voice on here. Hello and welcome to a new session of Fit Essentials. Never heard that on Zoom before. Must be a new update. So anyhow, my name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. You can come to your feet if you prefer, or if you're comfortable to be in a kneeling position for this first portion, go ahead and come on down to a kneeling position. We're going to do a lot of our warm up on the floor this morning, bear crawls and some midline work. All righty. If you are comfortable to kneel, we're going to do breathing a little bit differently this morning. In the first couple, you're going to bring the palms onto the small of your back, kneeling up, lifting up out of the hips. And on the inhale, we're going to open and arch back gently. So inhale, engage the glutes, turn your head up to the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to round forward, bring your chin down towards your chest. We're going to do 3 here, 2 more times. Breathe in, lift. Engage the glutes, turn your eyes to the sky, and exhale, round it forward. Shoulders gently come forward, tuck the chin down, think about turning your hips under you. 1 more time, breathe and lift, gently arch back, shouldn't have any pain in the low back, lengthening as you lift, and then exhale, just gently curl down. It's not a big motion here, just bringing the chin down to the chest. All right, bring the arms down to the sides. We're gonna do 3 more. If you felt secure enough in the low back with the hands there, if you want to bring them behind the head, similar idea from there. We're going to start on the exhale though. So breathe out, exhale, tuck down, curl under. And then inhale, lift and open. Engage the glutes, pull the shoulder blades back, turn the eyes up towards the sky. Twice more, exhale, close it down. Inhale, open. Trying to lengthen as you open. Last time, exhale, close down. And inhale, open. Very good. Go ahead and bring those arms down to the sides. We're going to stretch out the wrist and forearm neck. So if you are standing, make your way down. If you are down here, rolling those wrists around, waking them up. Very good. And same thing other way. Rolling them through that way. All right, fantastic. From here, palms down, fingers point in towards you. Reset the hips and knees. And you're going to gently just lean back in a nice stretch. You can rock side to side. So anytime you do a lot of support on the wrist, it's great to take a moment, loosen up those wrists, stretch out the forearms. From here, turn the hands in so the fingers interlace and face into one another, and we'll make a circular pattern from here. Very good, and reverse direction, same thing other way. All right, we're going to be doing 2 sets of our warm-up circuit here today. Starting with a side plank, we're going to be supporting on your left side. We're going to look to hold for about 30 seconds. If you know you can go a full 30 seconds, then I recommend being up on the toes. If you would struggle with 30 seconds, maybe just go on the knees to start. So go ahead and bring the elbow in, stack it just underneath the shoulder. If you're on the knees, it'll look just like this, or legs extended. 2, 1, and here we go. Up and hold. Just doing a traditional side plank here today. If you know any other variations, if you want to advance it, but otherwise it's never a bad idea to just work your basics. So those hips and shoulders square. Common things that we see that go wrong are the shoulders roll forward. So kind of check in with yourself. Arms, my top shoulder stacked over the bottom. That's 20 seconds. 10 to go. Holding strong. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Instead of rolling straight to the other side, we're going to bear crawl next. So come on to all fours. Place the hands just underneath the shoulders. And then when you're ready, you're going to practice going. So knees come just off the ground. Then you're going to go right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. We're going to go a full minute here. So you'll go forward as far as you can. And then when you reach the end of the area, start to bring it back. Notice I'm holding a nice flat tabletop position. So we're not doing the version that you see maybe in gymnastics classes with little kids. Feet, hips nice and high. A lot of midline control. We're also working our brain. Right brain and the left brain and the right brain. So patient, moving slow. Good. Coming down anytime you need, just rest on your knees. We got 15 seconds left. Chin pulled in, looking straight down. Small little movement patterns here. Very good. 10 seconds. And 2, 1, and rest. Very nice. We'll take about 10 seconds. We're going to get ready for side plank on the opposite arm. So pull that elbow in. It should be on your right side. Get on the knees or on the toes. 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Good morning, sun. We're rocking that top shoulder back. Staying nice and square. Very good. First 10 seconds. Great time to relax those eyes closed, especially if you got that sun shining right at you. Looks great. Keep lifting those hips up. Don't let them drop down. Nice work. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Go ahead and come off your hands. We're going to go a little bit into child's position for a moment. Toes together, knees divide. Go ahead and drop back. Breathe into the back of the rib cage. Lower the head towards the floor. Time for me to shuttle air. All right, once you finish that position, our 4th exercise of this warm-up is going to be our quadruped knee to elbow. So you're going to come back to all fours, nice wide handprint, placing those hands just underneath the shoulders. We're going to start with your right hand and left leg. So midline holding strong. You're going to reach your right arm straight out, extend your left leg straight back, and then lifting up underneath the center to bring the elbow to the knee. Pause and then extend. Good, toe point straight down towards the floor, pulling it in and pause, and then nice and long, lengthen. Very good. Working the midline of the body, working the back side of the body as you extend, squeezing the glute, and working our brain, right arm to the left knee. Anytime you can cross that body over, good job. When you're ready, same thing, opposite side. So wide handprint as you place that right hand down. And then same thing, other arm, other leg, and here we go. Pull that knee towards the elbow. If you can't quite touch them together, just do the best you can. And then just watch as you reach that leg out nice and long. There's that tendency to want to arch the back, so keep that belly button in, midline nice and level. So I'll breathe in as I lengthen. I'll exhale as I pull it all together. Breathe in, lengthen, and exhale. Go one more. Reach long and pull it in. Fantastic. Go ahead and rest there. Walk your knees in so that they're touching and gently come into a little quadruped hip rock. Pull the belly button in, rocking your hips to one side and then up and across. Same thing to the other. Very nice. That's set 1. We're going to do it one more time through, starting back with our side plank on your left side. So we'll take about 15 seconds till we start. Finish your hip rocks there and then make your way around. All right, pulling that left elbow in, stack it just underneath your shoulders. Toes or knees, 2, 1, and come on up. Second half of round 2. Getting some good core and glute activation this morning. We've got some single arm deadlifts and some overhead pressing work. There's halfway in that plank, 15 seconds, lifting those hips, holding level. Very nice, good positioning. Strengthening our obliques here, side of the core, also activating the side of the hip. 2, 1, and rest. Taking it down, getting ready for our bear crawl. So coming over to all fours. Starfish hands, really wide handprint, grip the floor. Gently lift those knees just barely off the ground. And then when you're ready, try to move your right hand with your left foot with the right hand. Good. Hips nice and low. When you get to the end of the space, start to backwards bear crawl. So you really push through the palm of your hand. More about control here and syncing one side of the body with the other than trying to go fast. Moving well. Very good. 20 seconds left. Keep breathing. Nice, doing a great job keeping those hips low. One side with the opposite side. And 2, 1, and there's our rest. Fantastic. Side plank, second time, second arm. Get yourself into position. Should be on your right side, pulling that elbow in just underneath the shoulder. 2, 1, and here we go. Up and hold. Blocking the sun. Very nice. Looks great. Now I'm gonna just close my eyes and breathe. I'll check in on y'all there. Halfway through. Good, watch that top shoulder. I found myself starting to round forward, so roll it back. Not so far that you're gonna fall backwards, just far enough to keep everything stacked. Fantastic, 5 seconds to go. Breathing, holding, 2, 1, and resting. Awesome, coming back to all fours. Quadruped knee to elbow to finish out this little warm-up series. Shake out those hands, nice wide handprint. We're gonna start with your right arm and left leg. 2, 1, and here we go. So right arm reaches up, back foot, toe points down. Exhale as you pull the elbow to the knee under the body. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, pull it down and under. Also thinking about lifting up out of that support shoulder. The side that's holding your weight. That's 20 seconds, 10 to go. Breathe and reach. Exhale, pull it together. Let's go one more. When you finish that last rep, go ahead and switch sides. Placing that right hand down. Getting ready to extend the left, and when you're ready, here we go. Left arm reaches long, right foot. Check in with that back toe. Make sure it's pointing down towards your floor, down to the mat. Breathe in, stretching long from the tips of my fingers, the tips of my toes. Exhale, pull together. So as I stretch long, I'm trying to fire the glute, that trail leg, squeeze the bum, keeping that midline nice and level. Get one more here. Chin in, looking straight down. And exhale, bring it together. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and roll over onto your back. We're gonna stretch out that low back and then come up for our first series of some weightlifting. All right, go ahead and taking it back. As you gently roll back, hug both legs in. Let's start with a little double knee to chest. Rocking yourself side to side. Everything feels good there. You can advance the movement, bringing the arms out to the side. Kind of just bring them at like 90-degree angles. Feet and legs are together, bringing it across the body as you turn the head, looking over the other shoulder. You decide how far you want your legs to drop down there, and then same thing other side. Sweep them across, turn the head, same thing other way. Get between 2 and 3 on each side. Very good. Go ahead and balance yourself out on each side with that 2-knee twist. And then we're going to do a couple glute bridge openers here. So you're going to keep the knees bent, put the feet flat on the ground, about hip width apart. And we're going to just start nice and gradual. Roll the hips back, push the hips up. Not trying to go as far as you can on the first one. Just start to open the front and then relax it down. This time we'll look to get a little bit higher. Rolling it back, hips up, chin pulled into the chest, squeezing the bum. And down and relax. Let's get one more good one, holding for about 5 seconds at the top. So we fire the backside and we also lengthen and open the front of the hips. Those guys get tight from a lot of sitting. And down and relax. Fantastic. Go ahead and roll over onto one side. We're going to stretch our quads and then we'll come up to our feet. So I like to stretch the quads from a similar setup of the side plank. Bring the elbow underneath the shoulder. Extend the bottom leg and then grab that top foot, pulling that heel back. Very good. I'm gonna hold for 20. When you're ready, go ahead and release that side. Roll over or spin around, and same thing on the opposite side. Stack that elbow just underneath the shoulder, bend the top leg, pulling that foot back. So we're looking, ideally we'd like to touch that heel to the glutes, but obviously if your flexibility is not quite there yet, don't force it. Just meet your body where it is. You want to gently work into these stretches, just inviting your muscles to lengthen. Long and strong. 2, 1, and release that side as well. All right, let's go ahead and start to make your way up to your feet. Grab a little bit of water, and we'll get started with our first circuit of the weightlifting. I know I keep saying first as if you haven't already done some midline work. All right, the last check-in we're gonna do before we get started is a little toe touch. So set your feet so your toes are pointing straight ahead. Standing tall, we're gonna do a Jefferson curl. So we're gonna intentionally round the back as we do this toe touch. Bring your chin down to your chest, pull your belly button in, and slide the hands down your legs. Just seeing where your mobility is right now. How far can you reach without forcing? Good job. Just take a note of where that bottom position is, and then gradually start to come on back up. Tuck the hips under, come all the way up to standing. Beautiful. So if it's easy for you to touch your toes, then it may be appropriate to come all the way down, all the way up. If you're struggling to touch those toes, let's not force it, all right? We want to stay tall. So we're going to start with our deadlifts. You want to start nice and light. If you're not familiar with this, maybe watch the first round and join us. Many of you have been here a while for it. So we're going to just kind of move into it. So feet nice and wide, starting with a light to moderate weight. Chest nice and tall. When you're ready, you're going to hinge forward. So long spine, sending the hips back, sending the knees out. And depending upon your range of motion, maybe you go to the knee, the shin. If you can comfortably go all the way to the floor, then that's great. Squeeze the glutes and stand. So we're gonna have a full 45 seconds. See, some of you haven't started, so go ahead and join me now. We got 30 seconds left. Squeeze the glutes and bowing forward. Very nice. Long spine, over and down. Squeeze the glutes, standing straight up. Fantastic. And for this series here today, on the next 2 rounds, you can either get heavier in weight if you don't feel like you're overly challenged right now, or you can add what we call the high pull to it. That's where you would stand and bring the elbow straight above the shoulder. So over and up, stand, drive, elbow comes high. But I would prefer if you have heavier weights to challenge yourself with a little heavier weights. Go ahead and rest there, set it down. I was holding the weight in my left side. If you're in line with me, then we'll just stick with it. We're gonna go an overhead press next. So staying with that weight on the same side of the body. If it's in your left arm, you're gonna step your left foot back. If you're mirroring me, it'll be your right side. You can take your non-working hand on the hip. And 2, 1, here we go. We're gonna push straight up, bringing the ear towards the shoulder, bringing that weight straight over top of the head. Very good. Elbow forward, pushing through. Fantastic. Anytime we go overhead, there's oftentimes that tendency to arch the back. So you want to think about kind of what's happening to your rib cage. Front of the ribs pulled down. Forward and straight up. Good. Couple more. Down, up, and go ahead and rest. Fantastic. So that's our first side of the body. Now we're simply going to balance ourselves out on the other side, going back to the deadlift. We're working for about 45 seconds on the deadlift, 30 seconds on that overhead press. Feet outside the hips, slight bend in those knees as you bow forward at the hips, and here we go. Squeeze the glutes and stand. Sending those hips back. Good. And ideally, especially if you're gonna make the choice to stick with the deadlifts and go a little bit heavier, ideally we wanna be deadlifting a weight that is a challenge or maybe not able to press overhead just yet. If you're limited by your weights, that's okay. Just do the best you can. You can always try to get creative too. Is there something around your house that you can hold on and pick up? You fill a gallon jug with sand or something like that. Fantastic, moving well, bowing forward, standing tall. So again, on the next round, if you want to advance it and you can't get heavier, you can add that high pull where you'll stand tall, elbow will finish above the shoulders. 2, 1, and rest. Shake it out. We're going to go into our overhead press on the same side next. All right, so whichever one was doing the deadlifts, pick it up. That same side, that foot steps back. 2, 1, and here we go. Pushing up, controlling down. So you just have like a little small stagger step here. Both feet should be firmly planted. You can either support the hand on the hip, or you can even, if you want to have a little bit more awareness of what's going on, you can bring the hand, the upper part of the abdomen, lower part of the rib cage. Just feel the midline activating. Beautiful. Maybe one more here. Pushing through, controlling down, and rest. Fantastic. That's set 1. We're going to take 40 seconds before we come back for set 2. So if you have some heavier weights that you could use for the deadlift, go ahead and bring those out. Great time to grab a little drink of water. We're going to be doing that twice more. All right, 15 seconds till we start. I'm going to be on my left side of the body. If you're mirroring me, you probably were on your right. Try to do the same order that you did last time. All right, set those feet just outside the hips, standing nice and tall to start. Little bend in the knees, pull the belly button in, bowing forward. 2, 1, here we go. Push those legs, squeeze the glutes, standing straight up. Beautiful. Controlling it down. You are taking it all the way to the floor, setting it down right between your ankles. Fantastic. Control, chin in, looking down as you lower, looking straight ahead at the top. We're using that upper body to hold that weight close to us, so I don't want to let it swing out. Pull that shoulder blade back and down, holding it in. Over, that's 30 seconds. Go another 15. Down and up, squeeze the bum, standing tall, beautiful. 1 or 2 more. And 2, 1, rest and rotate. Fantastic. Set that weight down, make adjustments on the weights. We're going overhead next. Same side of the body, whichever side holding the weight, that foot steps back. 2, 1, and here we go. Pushing through, elbow forward. Nice. See if as you push up, see if you can kind of find that muscle, the glute of the trail leg, squeezing the bum. Halfway through. There you go, good. It's not really meant to be a push press when we have the stagger stance. So you hit a wall, you can't press it up, just hold it at this front rack and rest. Good job. Sometimes we add a little dip and drive when we get into that sticking point. Good job, everyone. All right, we're going back to the deadlift. Second half of set 2. Opposite arm. I'm on my right side. Standing tall in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You can stay nice and deliberate. Remember, those of you that have those lighter weights, high pulls are an option, but if you didn't do it on your first side, wait to the 3rd round and even yourself out so you do it on both sides. Sending my hips back. Think about having a nice, long, flat spine. Fantastic. Good. Picking up some heavy weights over there today. Look strong, everyone. Good. Pushing your feet into the floor. That's just over 30 seconds, about 10 to go. Keep that breathing going. 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Set that aside. Overhead press. Second half of set 2. Same side arm. Step that foot back. 2, 1, here we go. Push, control down. Solid work, good. Whichever side is holding the weight, that's the foot that's gonna step back. There you go. Final 10 seconds, pushing through, controlling down. If you hit a sticking point, just hold this front rack, actively engage. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're gonna take 30 seconds and we'll be back for our third and final round. Nice work. Grab a little drink. All righty, round 3 coming up. So I didn't remind you the last time. So again, if you're a little bit lighter in your weight, you want to have a more challenging movement. If it doesn't irritate your shoulder at all, nice high pull. If you tend to have rounded shoulders, sometimes you'll have a little pinch in the front. Then if you have any kind of pinching, I don't recommend work through that. All right, you got a little longer rest than we intended. Standing tall, bowing forward, 2, 1. Here we go. Squeeze the glutes, over and down. It's also completely appropriate if you feel ready for it. You can challenge yourself on the tempo of the movement, looking at moving a little faster this time. Bowing forward, standing tall. The goal is for every rep to look the same. Good, 20 seconds left. Watch that you're not leaning back, just stacking those shoulders straight over the hips. 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Overhead press. Check in with your feet, toes pointing straight ahead, whichever side is pressing. We're going to step that foot back. 2, 1, here we go. Hand on the hip, or ideally even hand on the abdomen. Good. Woo! Strong work. We're over halfway, 10 seconds left. Nice push there. Maybe last one, you can bring it down nice and slow. 2, 1, and rest. All right, opposite side of the body, third and final time. Set the feet about hip width apart. Standing tall, checking with your midline. 2, 1, and begin. Bowing forward, squeezing the bum. Fantastic. Over and up. There you go. Remember to keep it close. 30 seconds done. 15 to go. Pushing through the legs. 1 or 2 more. 2, 1, and all done there. Beautiful. Set that weight down and finishing with that overhead press. Same side of the body. Bring that weight up to the shoulders. Whatever side's holding the weight, you'll step that foot back. 2, 1, here we go. Nice and smooth. Trying to wake up the glute of that trail leg. See if you can squeeze the bum of that trail leg the whole time you're pressing. Halfway through. Beautiful. No arching. Straight up. Trying to bring that weight right over the center of your head. And all done there. Take a rest. Woo! Nice work. All right, let's grab a drink. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching as you're kind of grabbing your water. You can start by just rotating your torso a little bit side to side. Loosen up that trunk. Loosen up that mid body. Very nice, set that down. From here, we're gonna take it into a side stretch. Reaching up, you're gonna take your right hand, grab your left wrist, make sure you're rooted down into your legs. You're gonna gently pull across. All those muscles, all the fascia that overlays those muscles, it interconnects with the muscles of the low back. So we always want to keep our side body loose as well. Good job. Coming down, let's go ahead and shake out those arms for a couple. Feel free to wiggle a little bit through the legs and hips. Keep it all moving. All right, and same thing other side, reaching up, grab, let's see, left hand grabs the right wrist and taking it across this way. One of my favorites, side stretch always feels so good, opening it all up. 1 or 2 more breaths here. Very good, shaking it out again. And let's just get a little bounce, get a little shake. Feel free to make some noises. Open up all the different energy centers of your body. All right, fantastic. So we have 1 more circuit left. We're gonna be doing an uneven carry. So you wanna hold a little bit heavier weight at your waist, a little lighter weight up at your shoulders. We're gonna be doing 4 rounds. On rounds 1 and 3, I'm gonna hold the lighter weight at my shoulders. On round 2 and 4, I'm gonna give myself a little bit more challenge and hold it overhead. You can do them all overhead if you want, or all of them at the shoulder. It just depends. If you tend to hold a lot of tension in the upper body, then maybe you don't want to do a lot of overhead work. Each series is going to be 30 seconds. In between sides of the body, we're going to come down for a forearm plank. You can also go elevated forearm plank if you wanted. Holding nice and strong. I'll show it elevated. You can hold here. And we're also going to give the option if you want to do a walk up. So you place the hand down and you basically push up to a push-up position and you come back to the forearm. And then you do the same thing on the opposite hand. Place the hand down, push up to a push-up. What it looks like on the floor is, on my forearms, I push and I lift. And I come on down, and then on the other side, I'm kind of pushing off my forearm as much as I'm pushing through my hand. You might want to try it on your knees first if you've never done it before. Then we'll come up to our feet, uneven carry on the other side. Our 4th exercise, we have the burpee. So either no push-up burpee, or all the way to the chest. And that will be all of them. Nice work. Yep. See some of you trying those push-ups, plank press-ups. So just be patient with it. If you don't quite feel ready for it, no worries. All right, we're going to start in 15 seconds. You're going to hold your heavier weight in your left side. So I'll be holding it my right, lighter weight in your right side. All right, and you can either hold it in place, you can march around, whatever you want to do, and here we go. Especially with the heavier weight, notice your posture. So that shoulder tends to roll forward, roll it back, and see if you can place that palm so it's just slightly turned forward. You want to watch the elbow of the upper body. So instead of elbow out, elbow up and forward. Good. And obviously we're working to stay as tall and as level as we can with these uneven weights. 3, 2, 1, and there's our 30. Go ahead and set it down. Plank walk-ups. So coming down to the forearms. And completely appropriate to hold that forearm plank. 2, 1, here we go. So either just stay on the forearms or come on the knees to try those press-ups. Come down, come up, and then same thing other side. Push up, lower down. If you feel confident from the knees, then you can take it to the toes. You're halfway through. Looking to have any drop in those hips. Very good. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Looks great there. Nice job. Coming on up. So now you'll pick your heavier weight up in your right side, lighter weight up in your left. 2, 1, and begin. Each interval is 30 seconds. We give 15 to transition. So with that downside weight, pull the shoulder back, rotate that palm just gently forward. A little bit easier with a kettlebell, a little bit harder with a dumbbell, but just think gently forward. Nice. And my elbow was getting lazy on my upside weight, that light weight. So keep that shoulder engaged, elbow pointing forward. We're almost there. And rest. Beautiful. Burpees are next. If you want to get a head start into that rest break, please feel free. I'm going to show a couple different options here. So first I'll show the no push-up. 2, 1, here we go. You can hop or step your feet back. When you come to the top of the push-up, step or hop up. Reach up to overhead. Give a little straight jump if you're good for it. Squeeze the glutes as you stand. You can also hop the feet back if you want to take it all the way to the chest. If you feel confident in your push-ups. You want to think about floating your hips up, whether you're stepping or hopping. Try to get the feet as close to your hands as you can, coming into your heels and stand. There's our rest. Woo, nice job. We'll take 30 seconds in between sets. Grab a little drink and we'll be right back to it. All right. So please feel free if you want to stay with that front rack, or we can start supporting to overhead. So heavier weight in your left hand, lighter weight in your right. 2, 1, and here we go. So either front rack or overhead with the lighter weight this time. It's our second of 4 rounds. Chin in, staying tall. Beautiful, great marching. I can tell who was in the marching band. Got that natural cadence. Less than 10. Staying focused. 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Coming down, forearm plank or plank walk-ups. Remember to start on the knees if this is fairly challenging for you. Midline nice and strong, and whenever you're ready. Coming all the way up to the hands, coming down on the same side, and then switch. Strong work. Come a little closer, take a little peek. We have 10 seconds left. There you go, good. Keeping those hips level. Push that flat hand and finish up in 2, 1, and rest. Nice work, everyone. New movement there. All right, second half. Let's see, we're going to your right arm for the suitcase, left arm for the front rack or the overhead. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I think this is what I did last time. Breathing and holding. If you are doing that overhead position, I found my elbow kind of dropping down. You want to try to keep it locked out the whole time. So pushing high, 10 seconds. Woo, feel those stabilizers. 2, 1, and rest. All right, let's take it right into the burpees. Reaching down for the floor whenever you're ready. We got 40 seconds left in this round. A little extra time for the burpees. Push up only if you choose. Keep breathing. Fantastic, 15 seconds left. Squeeze the glutes as you come to standing. Awesome work. Maybe one more. 3, 2, 1, and there's our rest. All right, we'll take 30 seconds. Got 2 more rounds. All right, let's go ahead and get ready into position. Heavier weight in your left arm, lighter weight in your right. I'm gonna go back to that front rack. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Fantastic, marching it out, standing tall. If your hip flexors or anything, if you've done a lot of walking today, you can also just practice the hold. So just standing still, working your posture, not letting it drop down. 10 seconds left. Now we've got some avid gardeners here. People that have moved recently, been carrying a lot of boxes around. 2, 1, and everyone rest. Fantastic. Transitioning right into those plank walk-ups. Taking it down on the knees or on the forearms. 2, 1, when you're ready. Lifting up, pushing through, controlling down. And if you kind of mess up and do 2 on one arm back to back, then just do 2 on the opposite arm next. For some reason my brain has trouble remembering which arm I just walked up on this side or in this exercise. Kind of all melds together. All right, moving well, staying tight. 2, 1, and come on back to your feet. Second half. All right. So it should be your right arm holding the heavier weight, left arm holding the lighter weight. And here we go. Move into it. Elbow up and forward. The heavier the weight, the more it's gonna wanna pull you down. So you gotta use all your postural muscles to keep yourself tall, keep yourself level. All right, fantastic. We're gonna go right into the burpees and we're gonna have a shortened break into that final round. And here we go. Set it down, burpees right away. Got a little bit tight on time at the start. A little longer chat than we normally do. So have respect for that last group or that next group trying to get us done on time. Let's be here live. Very good. 20 seconds. If you want to keep with that 30-second break, go ahead and take it now. 30 seconds till we start the final round. This is my final burpee for me. And finish up that one. Everybody rest. Woo! All right. 15 seconds. Then we're going to go into our final round. If you want to take a break from it, feel free. Otherwise, heavier weight in your left, lighter weight in your right. 2, 1, and here we go. Either keeping up at the shoulder or back to overhead. Breathing and marching. Woo. Chin pulled in, pushing high. Fantastic. 10 seconds. Shoulder back on that downside arm. And rest. Good job. Set them down. Final set of those plank walk-ups or forearm plank hold. Going down into position. 2, 1, when you're ready. As level as you can. Not letting those hips drop as you step it up. We're pushing off the forearm as much as we're pushing through the palm. Push to the palm, push to the forearm. Maybe 1 more here. And 2, 1, come on up. Final carry, and then just the burpees. Woo, all right. Heavier weight in your left arm, lighter weight. No, opposite of that. Heavier weight in your right, lighter weight in your left. 2, 1, here we go. Simple, not easy, right? Good focus. Sometimes the hardest part is just setting aside the time, showing up. So it always helps to have people to show up live too. Someone to hold you accountable. Breathing and moving. We have 10 seconds left. Keep lifting up. We've got that puppet strings pulling us up towards the sky. And everybody rest. All right, taking it straight into burpees. 30 seconds and then our cool down stretch. Whenever you're ready, step it back. No push up or full push up. Doesn't have to be super intense here. You can even start to treat this as your little bit of a cool down. Just moving through it. Reach down, step back, step up. Beautiful. 10 more seconds. Last one. And rest. All right, grab a drink. We're gonna do a little abbreviated cool down stretch here. Take it down to the floor. Those of you that have been here with a while, just make sure you get in some good stretching for your upper body today as well. But I want to give some attention to the low back. So we're going to sit down, extend your right leg straight out, and cross your left leg over. Sitting tall, hug it in. Lengthening through the spine. And you can take your left hand, start to walk it back behind you. You can work that right arm. Peering over that shoulder. When you're ready, same thing, other side. Extend that leg, cross the other one over, sit tall, hug it in, and gently rotating. Couple breaths here. Then if you want to go a little bit deeper, walk those fingers around, work that elbow on the outside of the knee. And go ahead and release there. Fantastic. One final stretch. If you're comfortable to come back to a kneeling position, we're going to come into like a low lunge here. Let's have your right knee on the ground and step your left foot forward. We're going to give one little stretch for that upper body and the hip flexors at the same time. So right knee is down, reach your right arm up. Keep those ribs tucked down as you bend the elbow, lengthen through the head and neck, shift the hips forward, squeezing the glute, and then just taking it into a nice gentle side bend here. Good, watch that head posture, so pull that chin in, keep that spine long, head up, eyes up. Go up and down a couple times here, or just hold it static, whatever feels best to your body. Fantastic. Go elbow on the inside of the knee, slide down by the instep just for a moment here. Breathe into the back. Very good. When you're ready, switching legs, bring your left knee back, right foot forward. Same thing, opposite side. So now it's going to be your left arm reaches up. Watch the posture, chin in, lengthen, reach up. And now we'll try to shift that hip forward, squeezing the glutes, and bend towards that lead leg. Breathe in to lengthen. Exhale as you take it into that stretch. And breathe out. One more. And then hovering by the instep. Elbow on the knee, slide down the shin. Breathing there. All right, this is where I'm going to leave you all that are here live. Go ahead and stop the recording. Please feel free to do some of those stretches we did earlier on, lying on your back, 2-knee twist, double knee to chest, all that good stuff. Otherwise, drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, enjoy your day.